Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of the Pitbull Chat to debrief the Baku Grand Prix. What an exciting race. It was a lot of drama, but to recap, if you're not sure how it ended, Perez won, Vettel second, who knew? Third, Gasly, fourth, Leclerc, and to top the fifth, Norris.
Quite a diverse podium and top five, really.
Yeah, well, five different teams, really.
5 different constructors.
So what was your favorite part of this crazy race that was full of surprises and heartbreaks? But
it's just mean to say, but my favorite part is when Lewis went straight after this red flag.
Well, to make us sound a tiny bit less cruel, I think it's because our least favorite part was when Max DNF out of nowhere. So then Hamilton.
I want the battle to go on between Hamilton, but I was just like, I was so sure that, I was worried that Hamilton was going to win this because this was like in the bag for Red Bull the whole time. And then that happens, and I was just worried now that they had to do the restart that Hamilton was going to win. So that was like the perfect things that, okay, Perez is going to win at least. That he didn't get any points, that's not deserved, but you know.
But at least it
helps the cause.
It helps the championship going, because otherwise it would have been quite sad. Because after the restart, Hamilton had a great start, so he was really looking strong and as if he was going to win. So that would have been 25 points in the face of Verstappen in the championship. So
yeah, but even with the second place, he would have overtaken the lead, and it's like it would have been massive. It would have been the same as like after the 3 first races. It's only like 14 points difference. So but it would have been something similar, like 10 points or something. But with this, it's kind of perfect. It stays as it is, but you know.
Let's the other catch up.
It sucks for Red Bull that they can't open the gap in the championship, but in the constructors, at least they have a some gap right now, which is good.
And Checo, oh man, do you think is gonna get a contract offer?
I think Helmut Marko is signing it up right now, or writing it up rather, and signing.
Yeah, I'm not sure Albon is gonna take the wheel back straight away.
Well, that's another episode for a later occasion when the silly season starts. But you know, there could be an opening for him at AlphaTauri potentially later on.
Yeah, but very happy for Checo, like getting on top of the car. Because even if he didn't, well, first of all, he could have gotten first, like without any DNF, if the pit stop had been quicker. Because it was like 4 or 5 seconds, and then when he exited the pit lane, he landed right behind Max. So if they didn't have a struggle there, he would have been first on its own.
Yeah.
But even if all went well, he would have been second, like, and a strong second. It must have sweated so hard.
Yeah, well, like the only thing that ruins this weekend is that we finally, I think Christian Horner said it's like finally a 1-2 for Red Bull since 2016, which is starting to be quite a few years ago. And you know, that's so many points, and even if Lewis then got third, like in terms of constructor, it's such a big jump. And it would have been nice to just see 1-2, but you know, I can't be mad when I see Vettel on the podium. Yeah. I would have been happy with him on third, but you know, a second is even better.
That's so true. I think that's one of the highlights of the race for me, is that Vettel is back.
Vettel is back. He showed it in Monaco that he was like, something has clicked more, like he's more confidence and he's driving better, and he seems way more happy these days.
Well, you know, when you win points and people don't say you're gonna retire, I bet it helps the moral.
Yeah, but I don't think he scored any points, or like any massive points or whatever until Monaco.
No, those were his first points.
Yeah, so something clicked that weekend where he got the confidence even without the points, and then obviously he might be carrying that forward But I think it's the atmosphere and the new change of scenery, and now finally getting to grips with the car, as well as Aston Martin is surely developing the car as well.
Well, I also think Monaco and Baku, like street circuits, I don't know why, but I have a feeling that experience plays more, matters a lot more on those ones.
Yeah.
Because, if you make a mistake in Silverstone, you go a bit wide, you go back. If you make a mistake in Baku, it's the wall.
You hit turn 15 or whatever.
Yeah, the famous, the infamous.
The infamous. Yeah. But fun to see him back on the podium.
Yeah, so cool. So cool. And always happy. Last season, I think, was so boring because it was always Lewis, Max, and Bottas. And because they're so used to it, they don't even enjoy it anymore. It's not special anymore. And like Lewis is happy when he gets first, and then Bottas is mad when he gets second or third because he wants to beat Lewis, and Max is mad when he gets second or third because he wants to beat everyone. So then there's no joy whatsoever. But with Vettel, it's like with the little hat. It's funny. It's cute.
Yeah, it's been well, he hasn't been on the podium since Turkey.
Yeah.
And that was sort of a lucky one as well.
It was madness. I think maybe it just knows how to capitalize on the crazy races.
Yeah. I think Bottas today would have been very happy with the third, because his start to the season has just been sad. It's like some of it is his own fault. Like today, for example, he didn't have pace at all.
Well, that's not his fault. Like solely, apparently the car was really bad.
They had different setups, him and Lewis as well. So that's something. But at least he didn't have any pace today. He's had some pit stops where that was either very long or had to DNF, and he's had a crash with Williams. So it's like it's only like one race that he actually had any chance of scoring points at all.
Yeah, he's sixth in the championship. I was expecting worse.
Yeah, no, actually, it's not that far off from both like Leclerc and.
Well, yeah, but you're in a car made by a 7-time constructors champion, so
yeah,
you would expect more.
But I think we both can agree he has had a very unlucky start to the season.
And Quelly, it's just maybe Leclerc should get a pull on his own. Yeah, stop using red flags everywhere.
Yeah, Ferrari is the official sponsor of the Formula 1 red flags at the moment. Not a great race for him today, and ends up outside of the points.
Oh, massive drama. What do you think is going to happen to Pirelli? Because it's like, I don't want to speculate, but I'm gonna. It strongly looks like it was the tires' fault.
Yeah.
Because it would be very, very, like not probable at all that both the Aston Martin and the Red Bull picked up debris at the same place.
It's hard to say. I don't think anything's going to happen with them, but they're obviously going to do an investigation, and teams are going to be quite mad, especially Red Bull and people that lost out because of red flags and stuff, and also a danger of their own driver being into the wall.
Yeah, because on that straight, it's insane.
That pit wall comes quite quick as well, where Max was. So that's almost a front collision if he is a bit further out.
Both Lance and Max were at the same.
Yeah, Lance was a bit higher up, so that was lucky for him in that sense.
Yeah, but still, it's the massive straight where you go like 350 kilometers per hour. Like, how crazy.
So it's probably gonna be an investigation, but in terms of like sponsorship or like whatever, they don't have any other choice.
But maybe the teams will take it as an argument when they're negotiating the tires and stuff, because they're not happy with the tires this year. They've made it pretty clear, and then they were told off to stop complaining about it. Yeah. But maybe now they can complain a bit more about it.
Well, I think it's gonna be a complaint internally.
Yeah, probably.
I think that with the new F1 FIA director or whatever it is has made that pretty clear. Like, we take this internally.
I love this, the new that we get to hear the radio between the teams and the FIA directly. It's so cool.
It's so much fun. It's a bad timing though, because he's super busy and they're just like, hello, can we get a very quick answer to our very specific question, and he's just like, "Fuck you, I'm doing my job. You're not getting any advantage." Blah blah blah. That's how it's gonna be.
No, but it was also like, oh, can Yuki get a penalty? It's like, well, if he gets a penalty, you all get a penalty, so we'll talk about it.
None of you slow down, so either you, all of you get one or none.
But yeah, it would be so interesting to be in the like driver debrief prior to the race. It must be so fun to see those big men on top of their game being told off by the director.
Yeah. Prior
to the race.
Oh, yeah. For you. All right. We have another surprise in third place.
Yeah.
Which deserves a mention, I would say. Pierre Gasly, another top result for AlphaTauri.
His battle, like, it was crazy to just watch the last 2 laps because those went by so quickly, but it was super intense.
He and Leclerc was really battling for third there.
It was so interesting.
And then Norris came in as well.
It's like, that's more than what I asked for, but I'll take it.
Yeah, but super good drive from him. Obviously, being in the right position is like the one thing you have to do on these street circuits. And it's like be in position when something happens, and he surely was. Yeah,
but I think I've said it before, but I'll say it again. Like, I don't know where to put AlphaTauri, like car-wise, team-wise. I don't know where they stand.
No, me neither.
Because sometimes they get a driver third and then another one. What is it? Seventh?
Yeah.
And that's like top midfield results. But again, you know, the race was on fire and stuff, so it was crazy. But
yeah, no, it's hard to see. It's gonna be fun to see where they sort of end out. But I think they can be up there fighting with like Alpine and.
Well, they were already like 1 point away from Aston Martin.
And Alpine.
So I think. Oh well, with Vettel scoring quite a lot of points. We'll see.
He's gonna be higher up.
Very interesting though. But yeah, Gasly, he's made like some amazing progress since the Red Bull days. I think.
I think he proved that last season as well.
Yeah, but it's still going strong. You know, it's not just a lucky day or whatever. It's like the race in, race out. I think the biggest issue with him is the reliability of the car.
Yeah.
Because as a driver, he's getting stronger and stronger.
He really is. And I think Red Bull will have to put a good offer on the table for him to stay.
Yeah. I'm looking forward.
That's another silly season episode coming in in a bit, but not too long. So we'll see. So
I think we touched on it, but you know, Perez, new team, getting comfortable. First place. Vettel, new team, getting comfortable. Second place.
Sainz, new team, getting comfortable. It has been comfortable almost from the get-go.
Yeah, but not. He made a mistake and still scored points. But yeah, getting comfortable at least last race, getting second.
Yeah.
But we can talk about Ricardo.
Yeah, Ricardo's like the last one left that hasn't gotten to grips yet with the car.
Yeah, if we don't count the rookies.
Even Sonoda starts higher up than him, and then it's like.
Yeah, but that was lucky compared to.
But Mazepin and Schumacher, we can't really.
No.
Can't really. I mean.
They're in another league. But yeah, I hope he gets comfortable soon because it's a bit sad. I know that he's a great driver and has so much potential. So I would hate for him to be like discouraged.
Yeah, but I think it shows with Vettel, like it doesn't go away, because people have kind of been writing him off. That like once you lose that speed, you're not getting it back.
Yeah, I was one of the first to say, like, where is he?
And you know, I think with Ricardo, it's like it's just gonna take more time. It's obviously a tricky car, but he is a pro, so he should like get on top of it eventually. But I think if he just keeps working away, he will take step by step.
Well, he seems to have been working a lot. Like the past 2 weeks since Monaco. Like he said it was in the simulator a lot. So
and obviously that's like he is up there in the points today. He's in 9th, I think. So you know some steps are surely being made, and he was a bit unlucky in qualifying with crashing as
Yeah,
well.
but
But you know,
is ninth with Stroll retiring, who could have been in the points.
Yeah.
Ocon maybe potentially, Verstappen for sure, but Russell probably not. Let's assume he wouldn't have
Yeah.
ended up in the points, but still, like a lot of people had to DNF for him to get 2 points, you know.
yeah,
So I hope something clicks soon. But if the McLaren is a weird car to drive, it probably makes sense that it's gonna take longer.
yeah. I think it's just like not trying to rush it.
Mm-hmm.
Just take part in the process. Just let the process do its thing, and
Yeah, but
just keep working hard with the team, and eventually it's gonna come. I think.
but still, he must be disappointed because
Oh, sure it is.
yeah, but like no debate. The McLaren is a better car than last year's Renault,
Mm-hmm.
and he was doing great things with the Renault anyways, like 2 podiums.
Yeah, but his first season with Renault wasn't great either. Like they weren't where he wanted to be. Obviously, there his was a bit more lucky in that the Renault was more willing, I think, to develop the car around him,
Mm-hmm.
and him being a clear number one. Well, he's coming into the team, but it's also pretty clear that Norris is the future, and the car has certainly been suited towards Norris and Sainz or
Mm-hmm.
over the years. So it's trickier for Ricardo to get in and like wanting to develop it towards him. So he has to catch up with them first before they can start developing more to him, because it has to be developed to him, but his driving style in that car.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take a while, I think. Not necessarily super long. Like he's making steps, and you know, this weekend overall, like pace wise, was better than Monaco, for example, which was just nothing. And
Getting lapped by his teammate.
Yeah, Barcelona wasn't great for him either, I think.
Norris though,
Fifth.
yeah, and starting ninth after the grid penalty. Yeah, it must be like good and bad. You'll take it, but at the same time, I think coming in the weekend they were hoping for more because they do have the strong engine, and I think almost everyone changed their engines apart from the Red Bulls.
Mm-hmm.
So probably expecting more than qualifying sixth, getting the grid penalty ninth, and then you end up fifth.
Yeah, so. Probably, but at the same time, he's getting some pretty good points.
Yeah, and it is a very consistent point getter. Is fourth in the championship, only 3 points behind Perez.
Mm-hmm.
So I think is really a champion in the making. It's still getting more and more mature, but is very reliable as a driver.
Yeah, if McLaren can produce the car to like really.
Mm-hmm.
Like they can be up there for third, but they don't really have a shot with like Mercedes and Red Bull at the moment. That's a pretty clear gap down. Mm-hmm. But if McLaren can develop something to be close, then he's to be considered in like a future championship fight for sure.
Yeah. Oh well, are you looking forward to the French Grand Prix in 2 weeks?
I don't know. I've heard it's a pretty boring track. It's not going to be as exciting, and it's like very. I don't know if it's a lot of overtaking opportunities or if it's just very straightforward. But you know, an F1 weekend is not a bad weekend.
No, that's true. I'm just not looking forward to it as much as I was Monaco and Baku. I don't know about the street circuits, probably because it's so narrow and dangerous and anything can happen.
Yeah, but I think it's a bit like Monaco is Monaco. That's like the race.
The one like, on the bucket list.
That's what like Formula 1 is sort of like about.
Mm-hmm.
And then Baku is sort of like a fan favorite because it's always so much action and stuff.
Yeah, that one is definitely going on my bucket list.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It's so weird because it's like in a country like Azerbaijan that is like paying for them to come there so they can show off the city. And it's like
pretty city though, it works.
It's a very pretty city. I know the rest of the country isn't necessarily as developed as the capital.
That's true for a lot of countries.
Yeah, especially there out east. But
same for Europe, like.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, it's no, I forgot my point.
It's weird as Azerbaijan fans' favorite. I wonder.
Yeah, very little like F1 fever there. You can see like in the lap, like people having apartments by the track. There's like almost no one on the balconies. But at the same time,
Yeah, maybe you can blame COVID. I don't know.
Yeah, but I think in general, like it's not. They probably sell out, but it's not like a very F1 fever there, from what I know. But it's a very cool track.
So
A very
interesting.
tricky one, and it makes for great racing. So I'm
So
very happy.
fast.
I hope it
So
continues.
fast.
It's so fast.
Insane. Could you imagine yourself going 375 kilometers per hour? Like, what does that feel like?
I haven't been close to that really.
Don't
Like
have.
I've been in high speeds, but not even close to that, you know. Where it's
Insane.
funny, we watched an Instagram video from a Porsche Cup
Mm-hmm.
earlier today, and we saw them coming down the straight, and they, I don't know, maybe they're doing like max 200, and it's like
Probably more, like 250 probably. They're race
yeah, but they're
cars.
like they're street cars.
Yeah, but still a street car
Yeah,
can
yeah.
do 250.
But anyway, like they're coming down the straight, and it just looks forever. Like it takes forever for it to come, and we're just like, damn, is this clip over soon?
Yeah, and then you see like the angles at Monaco where the camera has to shift like 1 second one way and half a second later the other way because it has to follow the cars going so fast, and those are in corners or something, which is the slow part.
Yeah, no, it's
insane. Yeah, that's why it's all the more dangerous when Pirelli decides to be a bit too soft and you know explode.
Yeah, that's not something to be played around with. I think we learned from this weekend.
Yeah,
we should be pretty damn sure, but we don't know if it's like, it could be like 1 in a million chance that it's debris, but you know,
both of them. Yeah,
it doesn't look like it.
Imagine Lawrence Stroll though, when his son is in the car and then he hits the wall at 300 plus speed, and then you're like, oh la la.
Not a cool feeling.
So what I'm gonna tell his mom?
Yeah.
Anyways, looking forward still to the French Grand Prix, even though might be a bit more boring, but the championship is still up in the air. Same question as always. Do you think Max is gonna win the championship or Lewis?
I do.
Or maybe you know, maybe Latifi is gonna win. Who knows?
I don't think so. Looking at the, but yeah, I think Max is still gonna win the championship.
Well, I guess this race didn't help either of our hypotheses.
Yeah, it's the same, 4 points.
Yep, but at least it didn't go extreme in either ways. So looking forward to seeing how that unravels.
Me too.
And see you next week.
See you.